I'm OP, and in today's episode, we will be going over some of the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and DK during Round 3 of the LCK 2024 Spring Playoffs. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Kellen will survive that one. Gumayusi actually taking a lot of damage as well. As you can see, Ono down here towards the bottom side. And Lucid gonna have to get here if they want to avoid some sort of dive. Looks like this wave not massively stacked as the snare is fantastic. Kerry is too far forward, but he is going to be able to survive with the flash. Still, disaster for T1. This early game is everything for this bottom lane.
Oh, Ignite, but Ono is on his way.
Sidestep, my god. Kellen playing with fire as well. I think they're pretty aware of the fact that this ward is down as Lucid will find Ona. I am pretty sure aiming now, walking after Gumayusi as well as he flashes forward, stacks up the blight. Will he hit the arrow? He will, but it's not enough. Always drink your potions.
Once upon a time, the skills were changed as we might have a 3v3 here.
Yeah, Lucid in position. Might need to safeguard over to Showmaker as they're looking to engage.
Aiming!
Kellen moves on down. Aiming's already here as well. As Wind Become Lightning does come down, but Carrier looks to be the one in trouble in the arrow. It's going to ring true this time around. First blood goes to Aiming. As well, and that's going to be really important. We mentioned map control being a huge thing. Wow, Kellen gonna get engaged on here, doesn't have shape splitter, but there's the ulti, does do a fair bit, but he's still gonna go down. Teleports coming in everywhere as Faker moves on in. Showmaker also down here, Lucid in decent position.
These plates and further build the gold lead.
Ooh, Chains of Corruption are going to connect here as Pop Blossom comes down. Gumayusi, that's a decent flash, but Lucid's still on top of him. The flash forward, the Hextech Ultimatum comes down. Now Ona gets on in there. Lucid will be taken out. Carrier down to half, but look at Ona. He is an absolute monster in this fight. Only 50% of his health bar goes down, and Faker wants even more. Aiming just by himself under the turret. The flash has to come out to avoid the shockwave. We need to see Showmaker actually join up with some of these fights. Very close to that Lichbane, my goodness. Goldcard going to connect onto Kingen here towards the top side. He's not too worried about it. Just wants to finish off his Trinity Force as quickly as possible. And now the arrow doing a fair bit of work here. Lucid just trying to avoid this dragon killing him.
Showmaker is here.
Yeah, Faker on the flank there as well. Ono just walks over, presses his smite button, and that is going to collect the Drake. Also, just presses Crescent Guard and takes 0 damage, as you generally do. So he only has the Counter-Strike to be able to make that one work. So now, Lucid coming down. Ono and Faker here looking to try and stop Showmaker, but he's not going to stop. He has got his Lichbane, and he is cutting through these turrets. Man, that third item that we're not really sure about because he tends to win or lose before that even comes in. As Carrier is going to face check and just get kicked to his doom. He does last a little bit longer. Hextech Ultimatum coming on down there, but that is going to be Kellen getting his revenge.
Kellen getting the kill is a little bit silly there. Showmaker.
Yeah, there's a Moonfall as well onto Zeus. Remember, does not have his flash available. The flash forward into the Pop Blossom. And the snare comes down. Took a while, but the TF does go down. Faker does get here, though. Showmaker with the Pale Cascade shield is going to hold on, but there is the shockwave back onto only. Kellen Lucid misses the Q, though. And that means Ona, he dives back in, but this is 2 versus 4. I don't know whether they necessarily...
Aiming definitely does need respect, and fortunately does so.
Yeah. Charge to come through from Shelly as well. I think this will just take down the turret, and there it goes. So T1 able to grab that illusion.
Going over as well. T1, I think, are pretty reliant on actually getting into the enemy backline immediately. There's a ton of great ball delivery systems, and they don't have really the setup here and decide instead to go for a cross-map play as we...
Sausages in the chat, please. And hopefully he thinks a little bit more. Oh, that was a bit of a weird moment as Chains of Corruption will connect the immediate punishment, but the Fate's Call does come down. Snare onto Gumayusi, who's now looking to try and hop this one out. Showmaker looking for him, though the exhaust comes down to lower the damage, but he's still in melee range. Hextech Ultimatum still comes in, but it's 2 kills that go down for DK. The answering kill is there from Zeus. Showmaker going down relatively low, but the Q is going to land onto the Twist of Fate. It's going to leave the Diana completely exposed, and T1 will answer with a couple of kills of their own. Kingen still wanting a little bit more, though, and he's just dove on top of Zeus. There's the flash, and they'll lock down the kill. Kingen still wanting to fight. This Jax just freed from his solo lane, now wanting to get work done.
No soul point available due to the earlier steal from Owner.
Not to mention the Drake just taking a really long time to go down. Carrier is already very, very low. Mega Cone going to bring Kingen towards this dragon. As Ona could come over for a cheeky step, he would like to, and he's not going to be able to secure it this time around. Second Drake for DK will go their way, and now the fight is on. There's the safeguard cancel Does manage to break the arm guard off Faker.
Fans are very cool weapons. I'm a big fan, personally.
Yeah, you're, well, a big fan. You could be a weapon. It's okay. The ulti does come on through from Ona, but he's not going to be able to get out of the way. Oh, the Hextech ultimatum is decent. The Pop Blossom comes down as well. The first kill does come through as the Lee Sin will be taken out. The shockwave is gigantic! And the TF takes down the Varus in the backline as well. I think DK may have ran out of battle power, and they have. T1 on the back of Faker's shockwave will move to the Baron.
And whoever makes the first move is the one that gets punished. And this time around, it's DK.
Put down, and instantly it is just destroyed. Feels bad. It's a lot of his hard work. And this outer turret, not long for the world. That is turret number 2K.
Showmaker is level 16, does have his level 3 ultimate and flash, but that really is the one angle. There are a lot of squishies on T1. If you can get a heroic Diana play.
Well, Shockwave does come on through there as he does find a Moonfall onto 3 and into the backline. Goes Lucid, but he just pops like a balloon. They cannot do anything about it. Kingen now having to get out of there as the dissonance damage is just gigantic. Kellen down to about 1 health, and in goes Ona. He'll be able to take down the Nico here as Carrier diving forward. Hextech ultimatum going down. Zeus just uses him as a distraction as he tidies up absolutely everyone. And DK,
that is going to be a game number 1, Atlas. It was a tense fight, but one big mistake from DK around the Baron is all that T1 needed, and they're going to go up 1-0 in the series.
And Faker just coming in clutch in the end around that Baron. That is going to spell defeat for DK and a 1-0 lead for T1, their first game victory here.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LCK 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.